Good morning. It's 5:50 on day, yesterday day 5 is day 6. It's day 6, I think. Yeah, so with that knee issue yesterday, we kind of made a decision to call it. Just even the second half of the day, pretty much half my cornering, I think to the right, maybe the left side, just pretty much every turn was quite painful. And I've had MCL issues in the past and LCL, and I kind of know that if you push it, it's just going to get worse. So there's not a whole lot of dirt riding I can do past yesterday afternoon. Even the second half of the day, I was pretty much I could only sit down. I could stand up briefly, I could stand up occasionally, but every time I would stand up, it was painful. So rather than just drag it out for the next 3 days in agony, we said, look, let's pull the pin, let's wrap it up, and just take a couple weeks off and then come back and have another crack. Well, maybe not come back here, but have another crack. So we're just packing up the tents. Plan is to make a big push back to Leeton, so it's around 1100 Ks. So we'll do that, and should be an easy stretch on the bitumen. And yeah, anyway, that's the plan for today. Let's see how we go. I don't foresee any dramas, but then again, that's what happens. Also, I will say one thing though, it is absolutely freezing. So that'll make for a good wake up on the ride this morning. Anyway, we'll get packed up and let's get out of here. That's it, all packed up, ready to hit the road. Probably a good 10-12 hour ride today, and yeah, it was a great stay, awesome time, definitely worth seeing. Anyway, time to hit the road. Enough about that. Anthony just stacked it. He was messing around waiting for me. I think that's the only time he's dropped his bike on the whole trip. Woo, heated grips are feeling good this morning, man. I'm so glad I put heated grips on here. -5 degrees in my mind. I don't know, it probably feels like it's about 15. It doesn't feel like it's that cold actually.
This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never cheated or been cheated on, then take off your boots, you rhinestone fraud.
Oh, it's cold, baby. Woo. That morning latte is gonna be good.
We'll get me cheating, drinking, and outlaw songs. Hard time, foolish pride, done me wrong. Flirting with the devil, get right with the man. Ain't men paint songs, one night stands. You can keep your picket fence fantasies and put a cork in your high school memories. This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never spent a single night in jail, then get another job and I'll see you in hell. I'm drawn like a moth through the neon lights. I need a bucket of beer and someone to fight. Don't call yourself country if your music is shitty, or this Carolina boy will take you down to Fifth City. You know who you are, I ain't gonna name names. Just keep your hands off my country and go back from where you came. My country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my country, my damn country. And it don't mean a thing if it don't pass the test. If you ain't never done something you regret, well then I'm proud of you. Now get it. Nursery rhyme out of my face. Wintertime, springtime, summertime, autumn. Show me time to jump, box of yoke 'em if you got 'em all. Country like Johnny, country like Merle, country like Loretta, that honky down girl. Country like Towns, country like Travis. I'm a country fried junkie with a bad habit. Country like Chris, country like Gretchen. If you ain't cooking country, then get out of the kitchen. I'm a country like Hank 1, 2, and 3. Dropping like peaches from the family tree. Country like women, whiskey and wheels. Yeah, I know it this country 'cause I know how it feels. Country like Willie, country like Willie, country like lightning and a hillbilly. This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest. This is my get your coat and get the fuck out of here.
You know what time it is. Latte time for the weary adventure riders. Give me that latte, baby. Actually, they probably don't even have lattes here. Where am I? What town is this? Jamestown. Is this place open? Jesus Christ. Let's do it. Who's drinking lattes on a big adventure ride? InHardinated, boys. Who's getting InHardinated with the latte?
Big Tank Mikey. Who run Barter Town? Big Tank Mikey run Barter Town. Louder! Louder! Big Tank Mikey run Barter Town.
Big Tank Mikey.
Yeah, I came up with that.
Is that because I got a big tank on my bike?
Yeah.
We riding big down here. Big bikes.
650s. Got snot coming out?
No, just your nose is quite red.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Probably because it's cold. Actually, we got to put some sun cream on.
Yeah, I came up with the song. I made it up all by myself. Only miss the cold when it's heated up. Only miss the heat when it's fucking cold. Made that up all by myself. What do you think? I've been going insane, I think, inside my helmet for like, I came up with like lots of songs, but none of them are good.
Do you talk to yourself a lot?
Oh, so much. I was thinking if you mic'd up, they'd be like, we need, if I was mic'd up on the inside, they'd probably commit me. They'd be like, this dude just talks for like 3 hours to himself. Man, what do you think? What do you think's going on here, man?
Well, here's the big question. If you talk to yourself in your head, or you talk to yourself out loud, is it still talking to yourself? Yeah, it is. People are always like, that guy's talking to himself. Well, yeah, but you're talking to yourself when you're talking to yourself inside your head. It's the same thing.
Just thinking out loud, that's all.
Well, I mean, rambling and singing, only miss the heat when you're feeling cold. No,
That's not the song.
well, whatever.
It was much better than that. I don't remember what it was, but it was better than that. Like, we don't need another hero. We don't need to know our way home. All we need is Big Tank Mikey to get us.
Big Tank Mikey. Who runs Barter Town? Big Tank Mikey runs Barter Town.
Louder. Who run Barter Town? Big Tank Mikey run Barter Town. Say it louder. Look, man.
Wow, he's charging up. He's charging up. Woo, look at him go.
Fat guy in a little coat.
He's charging up.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Yes. That's what happens when you're on the road. It does that to you. So we are in a town, and good hair. Okay, we're in Jamestown. Here we go, check it out. Probably can't even see that. We're in Jamestown, and we have got 866 Ks to go. We have done, I think we started with close to 1100.
Yeah. Close to 1100.
866 Ks to go. Woo! Woo! Yeah!
Woo!
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 These people.
See those crazy guys on the motorcycles just screaming, woo! On the side of the road?
The people are like, please leave our town. Please leave our town. You long haul adventure guy, motorcycle guys, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna scull this latte. Yeah, I'm gonna scull it.
I mean, what time is it?
I don't know. I don't have a clock, dude. I don't have a watch, dude.
I feel like we're making good time because it's still fucking cold as
It's
shit.
freezing.
It's still cold as shit, so we must be making good time. It still must be quite early.
Go ask inside. See what time. Well, you got a bag in your hand, so you can't.
Well, I don't know. Nobody uses that.
They don't call them that anymore, do they? Call them darts. Your bag's on fire.
My bag's on fire!
All right. Oh man, it's cold.
It is.
Oh,
We're not making good time at all.
really?
No, it's 10 o'clock.
Shut up.
It's 9:45.
9:45.
We left at 6.
No, we didn't leave at 6 because we left Hawker at 7:30.
What time did we? It didn't take us that long to pack up.
Well, fucking clearly it did. Clearly it did. I think it took us a really long time. Jesus Christ, nose is running.
Yeah, runny nose. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. I mean, it's gonna get so warm that I'm gonna be like, wishing it was cold. But
Can this guy shut his fucking truck off? Because I'm trying to film a fucking video.
Show over here.
Shut it off.
Oh, we got fucking stick.
Shut it off.
Shut it off, pal. Jesus.
What's wrong? My horn doesn't work anymore.
Whatever. I'm gonna finish this latte. Get out of here. This sucks. Guess what you do when you're getting hard? You drop your whole fucking latte on the ground.
Oh, my fucking lights are on.
This is all I have left. God damn it! God damn it! Son of a bitch! Now, if I order another latte, it's gonna take like fuck.
Is that a small?
God
I might even get
damn it! You gonna get one?
if you're ordering another one, I might.
Fucking motherfucker! Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I am gonna order another one because I'm gonna get fucking triply hard right now. God damn it!
Coffees because I spilled it all over your bike. Yeah, I'm gonna kick your bike.
Fucking
I'll kick your bike. I'll kick it.
karate chop,
Fucking coffee all over my fucking bike now. Lick that
Ki!
off, dude.
Ki! I got higher!
How'd it go?
Hiya!
Otto!
Oh, I chop your shit in half! I cut your fucking bike in half! I cut your fucking bike in half! I fucking kick your shit over!
Okay.
First one was better than the last one. Equity. Is that, wait a minute, is that equity? Equity. It's fucking equity.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't
You know what? It's been a long few days, folks. Equity. Anyway, let's get out of here. Equity. Equity. All right, let's do it. 866 Ks to go. Big K day. Big Ks are not the same as hard Ks. Just be clear on that. Yesterday, hard Ks. Today, big Ks. Don't think big Ks make you hard. Big Ks make you big. Hard Ks make you hard. Just saying, just quietly. You want to get big, do big Ks. You want to get hard, do hard Ks. That's all I'm saying. I like this town more than I like Whitecliffs. I'll tell you that much. like South Australia, actually. I like it a lot. Everybody's been really friendly. Weather's been nice. It's absolutely stunning. I feel like this would be, I feel like I could do a family holiday here, take the kids, not Jamestown specifically, but come through South Australia. It's really cool, actually. All right, let's do it. Just stopped for petrol in Morgan or something. I think we're about 150 Ks from Mildura. Got 600 Ks to go. Made it to Mildura. Just 460 Ks to go. Just a stone's throw, really. It's 4:15. 6 o'clock, 300 Ks to go. Looks like it'll probably be there'll have to be one more fuel stop. Probably 9, let's call it 9:30. 12 hours in. Be a 15.5-hour day. Good day of riding. All right, let's go. Woo, just made it to Hay. Quick petrol stop, surprise, and 170 to go. Easy, easy done. All right, so 170 on the clock. And we'll probably just put one more break in there because it's been a long day. So, yeah. Anyway, here we go.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go. We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
That's it, baby. Fucking made it. Holy shit. I'm so sore. Man, my back is killing me. My knees are killing me. I'm tired. I'm starving. But you know what? I'm so fucking hard right now. That is the longest trip. That is the longest motorcycle ride I've ever done in a day. Cruiser, street bike, adventure bike. I think it's time for a celebration. I think it's time for an HSP, halal snack pack, baby. Leeton's finest. Cool. So much for halal snack pack. It doesn't matter because when you're hard, you'll eat anything. You'll eat glass.
Oh well.
Well, what's next?
That's it.
Shit, maybe it is later than I thought. The last like 20 Ks were the worst. I couldn't see anything. The headlights on the DR, the folks at Suzuki, they're so smart. They basically gave you a fucking oil lamp to see from.
What's up, guys?
Sexy Jesus.
There it is.
So I think it's probably close to 6 now on day 6. Anthony's he's ready for the next ride. He's gonna do this one in his pajamas.
My PJs.
So this is where we part ways. Anthony wants to say shout out to a couple of his mates. I just want to give a shout out to Anthony first. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I can't do a ride. I don't have all this gear. I don't have all this crap. This guy gets out, puts on his jeans, puts on his work boots, throws on a jumper, and he's like, yeah, let's go. You know,
No bags.
No bags.
No crate.
He doesn't have fancy bags. Doesn't have a ton of money to throw at all this gear, and that's the point. You don't need all that shit. You just need to get on the fucking bike and ride. You just need to get out there and do whatever the challenge is you're trying to do. Stop worrying about everything being perfect. So this guy just rode, well, with the Sydney trip and all that, or the back to my house to Sydney, probably close to 4,000 Ks. So well done, man.
Thank you.
Do you feel harder now
Definitely.
than you did before you left.
Definitely. Massive chance to get hard, go hard, stay hard, be hard. All things hard considered. All things hard oriented. You know what I mean?
You had some shout outs?
Yeah, what's up? Brent Casey Rhodes. Man, champion among men. Thanks for watching, brother. Much love. Thank you. And stay hard, brother. And to you, actually, shout out to you, man. Thanks for stopping every 200 Ks with me, dealing with my my whinging when I was getting beat up by the wind, and taking me on the trip, man. Thank you.
All right, well, that's the brotherly hug and the brotherly love, and we're gonna get out of here. 400 Ks to go, thereabouts. Show ain't over yet. Damn near.
Ride safe, man. Have fun.
We gotta get that latte.
Get that latte, dude.
So I just wanted to do a quick post-mortem. Made it back safe, no dramas, no issues. Yeah, I did have to stop and adjust the jet, but I find like I think I had to adjust the jet like maybe 3 times on this trip, and maybe that's just par for the course. I think probably there was a bit of tuning, which was the first 2 times when I did it, kind of heading into South Australia, and then I guess returning, it was probably putting it back to whatever it was in. So it might just be an altitude shift or something like that. But then after I did that, it was running fine. Yeah, so let's have a look. I think the bike, let's start with the bike, I guess. I think the bike went really well. Didn't have any major dramas with the bike. No major issues. The tires were good. The tires were amazing, actually. So I just checked the odometer. I put these tires on at just a couple Ks under 21,000, I think. It was 21,000. I just checked the back tires. And I just checked the tread depth. And the tread depth, yeah, obviously you can see I haven't taken my stuff off. The tread depth on the rear when we started was around 10 mil, I think. Pretty close to 10 mil. And I just checked right now, and I was at 5, almost 6 mil. So I think you're supposed to change them at 3 mil. So I'd probably get another 3 mil to go. I've got basically 4,000 Ks on those tires, and I'm 100 Ks short. Yeah, 100 Ks short of 4,000. But there's still some life left in them. And I guess the important thing to note is, those are the Dunlop 606s. I think for what they are, they're like they were amazing off-road. Like coming from the Hyde Now K60 Scouts, I think I had on there, to those, there was a substantial difference in the tire performance. So really like those. The T21s, I'm not still. I didn't really notice a huge difference, but maybe that's because they were doing really well and they were doing what they're supposed to be doing. I didn't have a problem with the Hyde Now front, but the back I noticed slipped quite a bit, where this one there's a substantial improvement in the traction and the gripping. And yeah, I guess the main thing is like, if you, well, for me, obviously this is based on my riding style. If I got 4,000 Ks out of that, and at least 75%, at least 3,000 Ks would have been bitumen, those tires have done really well. I mean, surely there's probably another 1,000 Ks there. I reckon I will get 5,000 Ks out of the 606s, which I see no reason to go back to a 50-50. My issue with the 50-50s was, and again, that was my first tire, I always felt like I had the worst of both worlds. I felt like I had the worst of it in the dirt because it was okay. And then I felt like I had the worst of it on pavement because it was like okay. Where these, I feel like, yeah, they're okay on pavement, on bitumen, but I'm not knee dragging, right? I'm doing 110, and why? Like I haven't taken them in the wet, but in the dry they've been totally fine, no issue. But off road, I feel like I've got the best of it. So I feel like I went from kind of making a trade-off on both sides to now actually having really good dirt tires. So I didn't see until after I had already left, but some of the comments came in, and one of the guys, sorry, I don't remember your name, I just had it in the comments, but one of you guys were saying when I'm doing the tubes to change the tires. And yeah, I'm so glad I changed the tires, because man, that's an awesome call out. So I'm much happier with those. I feel like those are proper tires. Otherwise, bike was really good. This headlight is a drama. This headlight sucks. It's like using a kerosene lamp to light a stadium. You can see like, maybe you can see 20 meters in front of you. And yeah, it's shocking. So that's got to go. Someone else mentioned to get a Wolf, I think it was Wolfpack or Wolfman, to put the tubes on the front fender. So I'm going to look at doing that. And then using a PVC tube for the back to move the tools in the back under the seat. So I'm definitely going to do that. But again, I didn't see those until I was already in Sydney getting ready to leave. But those are awesome shout outs. But otherwise, I had really good performance on the bike. I had no dramas with the bike, no issues. I was really happy with the way it went. In terms of the trip itself, I think the trip was okay. I probably, and again, we literally like 2 days before or something decided to change from, not that it would have been a lot different to be honest, because I didn't really plan the route to go up to Cape York, but we literally changed from Cape York to go to Flinders Range. So not having a ton of time to plan, which I wouldn't really have planned anyway, I just grabbed a couple GPX files, and I literally was uploading those GPX files at 11:30 on Saturday, and we were leaving Sunday morning. So I had enough of a track to get us to Whitecliffs, and then actually, I think to Whitecliffs, and then from there we kind of opted to do sort of whatever. But with those tracks, it was almost all bitumen, and I think I could have really done a little bit better job of finding some dirt roads, because when we look back at the maps, we did see some spots that were dirt. That would have been a better way to go. Just a bit, I think it's just a bit funner. But all in all, I think that the scenery was quite good those first few days. After that, no real dramas. Like the riding from Whitecliffs to Broken Hill, and I don't remember the name of that track that we went on, but it's whatever we planned out the night before. That wasn't bad. That was not bad at all. It ended up taking us like 4 hours to get from Whitecliffs to Broken Hill. It was a dirt road, but we had sand, we had gravel, we had some rocks and stuff. It wasn't a bad road at all, but it took some time. Like we couldn't do like 90 or 100. I was doing like maybe 60, in some spots 70. That was okay. Skytrek. And then when we turned off from Yunta, we went like 20 or 30 Ks or something down that highway, and then we made that left towards Hawker. That was amazing. That was some of the best riding in terms of scenery, I think, of the whole trip, actually. It was really nice. It was really amazing. I'm so glad we did that turnoff. But then that took us about 3 hours as well. So that was an awesome turnoff. That was based on what one of the truckies said. And then when we got to, and I think, again, that's probably the longer route. And when we got to, what's that town called? Hawker. When we got to Hawker, we both got bad gas. And when I say bad, I don't know what happened, but I ran out of fuel. This actually was on the way back because I didn't fill up until the way back. I ran out of fuel at 300, turned over to reserve at 300, and I consistently get 350 out of a tank. And so I was 50 K short, and Anthony ran out he went to reserves at 119 or 120, and he normally goes to reserves at 160. So that fuel in Hawker was not great. But anyway, whatever. Couldn't deal with that. So we learned something there. I thought Skytrek was good. We got charged $15 each for the camping per night. So the camping ended up being 60. And then she charged us $35 per bike to do Skytrek. And I couldn't remember the other video that I saw. He was saying that he got charged like 20. Is it worth 35 bucks? Yeah, the riding's not bad. It was fun riding, but man, I don't know if it was worth 35 bucks. It was good riding. And again, we didn't do that last section from 42 on because I kind of bunged my knee, which look, we probably, like in fairness, we might not have done it. We probably would not have done it anyway because it sounded quite technical, and I think it probably would have been above our level. So we turned off at 42, but even then, I don't know, maybe some of you guys have done it and you think it is worth it. I just felt like we got stung on that. But yeah, then we did the ride through the national park, which I thought that was actually quite pretty, down into the gorge. I thought the gorge was all right. Some pretty ride. I mean, from the high points, there were some great shots. It was quite pretty. And then, yeah, so what had happened with the knee issue, and I'll kind of go back one sec, with the knee issue. So I stepped down in some sand because on Skytrek, the road went one way and the sand went the other, but the sand looked like the road. I just stepped down and twisted my knee, and I think I did I have a low-grade tear or something on maybe my MCL. It wasn't killing me, but for the rest of that track, I kind of felt it, and I thought, oh, my adrenaline's up, so I'm probably not feeling it as much as I probably would when I stop. And so I was still going pretty well on Skytrek, and then when we stopped for lunch, it started to hurt. And then when we did the second half of the day, which was in the national park, I couldn't really stand up in corner. I think it was to my left. So what I ended up having to do, I was like putting all my weight on my right leg, and I ended up not being able to stand up in corner on going one direction. So I ended up sitting down for most of that ride, unless I was standing up to take some footage or whatever. And then at that point, I just basically said, like when we got back that night, I was like, why stay the next 2 days or whatever and do the Suzuki track and do some of those other areas with a knee that's already sore? That's going to mean that I can't really enjoy the ride. So we said, look, let's just pull the pin, let's kill it. And then we opted to go and drive back. And the drive back was okay through the first little bit. But then after that, I think it was heading towards maybe Hay or something. Anyway, after you come out of Flinders Range and all that, it's a 2-lane highway. It's shit. The trucks are passing you going, I don't know how fast. And it's just hour upon hour upon hour of just bitumen, painful bitumen. So we did that run, and I'm actually glad I did. Like, that was the biggest run I've ever done. It ended up being, I think the plot was 1080 or 1086, but I missed the scene with the windmills because the GoPro battery died. And so I actually turned around and drove like 20 Ks back, did the windmills, and then went back again because I wanted to shoot that because I thought it would look really cool. So all in all, the trip ended up being 1100 Ks plus all the stops and everything. So we did about 15 hours. Now, in saying that, we had a good night's sleep, and we were stopping at least every hour and a half at the most. There was never a stretch where we went over an hour and a half. So we had plenty of breaks. We were there to check on each other. I think doing that kind of run when you're tired and you're worn out would have not been smart. But honestly, I don't think it was that bad now, when I was doing it anyway. When we got done that night, I realized, shit, that was pretty full on. And it probably would have made more sense to just curb it, maybe even around 700, 750. But look, I'm still glad I did it for the experience. And I want to recount what I said and take back what I said about big Ks. And big Ks are not hard Ks. Well, guess what? I don't know which, it was some military general or someone that said quantity is a quality all its own. Well, that's my new perception of Ks. If your Ks are big enough and the conditions are painful enough, like getting hit by those trucks, the wind by those trucks, and just basically being in a stress position like you're being, interrogated in Guantanamo or something for like 15 hours, guess what? Those big Ks become hard Ks. So yesterday ended up actually being a hard day. And I can honestly say after this trip that I'm definitely harder now than when I went. No injuries, no issues. Happy with all the riding, happy with the decisions we made. The planning was fine, no dramas there, no stress about not taking that harder trek. Look, we'll get to it next time. We're still new, we're still leveling up. I think I'm going to make those changes I mentioned to the bike, and definitely for the next trip, I want to drop some gear. I'm not taking as much. I'm going to try to get it down to the 2 panniers, and that's it. I'm going to keep reducing the weight and keep reducing the load. I've just been carrying way too much stuff. And I think that's an iteration that you have to go through as a newbie anyway, but we got to stop the insanity. So yeah, anyway, look, hope you guys enjoyed the filming. If you guys have comments, like if you've done the Flinders Range and there's other stuff to see when we go back, please drop it in there. Or if you have thoughts on the next trip, I would like to do another big one. I'm probably going to put some small ones in between sort of now and early Jan, but I think maybe getting into February, March, I want to start putting another big one in. I think if I can do one more big one this kind of in the early part of next year, I really wouldn't mind doing a Simpson Desert run, but I don't think I'm at the right level yet. I think I'm still too newbie. But anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for the support. The comments have been legit really good. Feedback on the tires, feedback on the gear, feedback on how to outfit the bike. Keep that stuff coming, because that I'm actually going to be incorporating almost everything I think that you guys have shouted out. Even when you guys mentioned getting a bigger power pack, I got the bigger power pack as well. Like, all of that stuff is so helpful. So thank you very much. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the banter, hope you enjoyed the trip, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the other side. Ride safe, and yeah, get hard, stay hard. See you soon.